On May 28, 2021, a Georgia trooper stopped a gray Altima after clocking it at over 100 miles per hour. At the window, Antoine Barnes tried to play it cool, giving a fake name and fake birthday. But the moment the trooper continued talking, Barnes smashed the gas and launched a chase, with an infant strapped in the back seat and the child's mother sitting passenger. Barnes pushed that Altima to 110 miles per hour, blowing through traffic, crossing lanes, even sliding into oncoming lanes. It got so reckless that troopers lined up for a GSP-style pit, still unaware a baby's life was riding in that back seat.
Don't go. Landing track.
Yesterday's here, location up.
Pull up. Stay route 22. Gonna be at 5.
For nothing, single.
Don't send me smoking.
With a clear stretch ahead, the trooper lined up and hit a high-speed pit that sent the Altima spinning across the median and into the trees. Miraculously, the child survived. The driver, Antoine Barnes, jumped out and ran, but troopers found him fast. He had a suspended license and multiple warrants for robbery and theft, charges that could land him 5 to 10 years behind bars. The mother stayed in the car with the infant until help arrived. On December 16, 2021, a Georgia trooper tried pulling over a Honda on GA 13 for a simple phone violation. But the moment those blue lights lit up, Carlton McDonald panicked, swung into the gore, and punched it. Just like that, a full-blown chase was on.
Oh, yes, 33, I will.
McDonald drove like the city was his personal obstacle course. Shoulders, ramps, wrong lanes, even bounced off a van. Troopers tried setting up for a pit twice, but traffic was slammed.
Probably 30 cross over like 30 bullets.
Wall, hit a white van.
Great.
The chase ended when the trooper slid in and dropped a clean pit, whipping the Civic into the wall and folding it up. And honestly, trying to outrun GSP in a stock Civic is top-tier stupidity. Carlton then pulled the classic fake tough move. Crawling into the back seat like that would magically make him not the driver. The moment troopers grabbed him, all that street talk vanished and it turned into call my parents, call my mom. Inside the Civic, officers found a handgun, bagged weed, stolen cards, almost 900 cash, and a card scanner. With charges piling up, Carlton's looking at 10 to 15 years if it all sticks. On October 3rd, 2024, 30-year-old Rashun Demon Gary was clocked at 90 miles per hour in a 60 zone on Highway 18 near Leachville. When Trooper Harris tried to stop him, Gary floored it, kicking off a dangerous high-speed pursuit.
5 Street and oncoming traffic. Coming up on here near Nestle. We'll be coming through here in just a second.
Yep. An Equinox.
Look up behind you, he's swerving towards you.
Looking for that Charger. And before we get to them.
So Adam Tom John 34 Edward ATJ 34E. Great Chevy Equinox.
11 Jonesboro, I'm secondary. 42, I'll call it. Driving in oncoming traffic. TBI.
Trooper Drum caught up and hit the SUV with a clean pit at 130 miles per hour. The move worked. Gary's SUV spun out, but the trooper also lost control and crashed into a grassy field. Drum was hurt, but still got the job done. Gary jumped out and ran, but it didn't last long. He was caught and taken to the hospital, then straight to jail. He now faces felony fleeing and second-degree battery, and he's sitting on a $75,000 cash-only bond. On June 30th, 2022, a Georgia state trooper was patrolling Interstate 85 South in Coweta County when a red Elantra blew past him at a crazy high speed. The trooper moved over and tried to slow the situation down, but the driver wasn't interested. He took the Poplar Road exit without lifting his foot, and the chase was on. Once off the interstate, the suspect jumped the concrete median, drove on the wrong side of the road, and tore down Noonan Crossing's bypass like he had nothing to lose. Trooper King joined in and took over lead as the Elantra kept pushing toward Highway 16.
Careful, sorry, I'm getting here. Careful, clear, primary, heavy further. Just one, clear, high, heavy, primary. Passing vehicle on to east route. Just will tell us to take from us, we'll switch on 15.
Trooper King finally saw his window and dropped a brutal pit, snapping the Elantra sideways and sending it rolling off the roadway like it never had a chance. The driver crawled out and tried to sprint into the trees, but after a hit like that, he barely made a few yards before troopers grabbed him up. Now he's facing felony fleeing, reckless driving, no insurance, and driving on a suspended license. Charges that can easily turn into 5 to 15 years behind bars in Georgia. Usually cops do the pit maneuver, but this time the tables turned. On July 8, 2025, Trooper Hernandez clocked Chevy Silverado flying down I-75 at 98 miles per hour. The driver, 36-year-old Kevin Reardon, was weaving, braking erratically, and refusing to pull over. Trooper Prosper took the lead and moved in for a pit, but Reardon fought back. He slammed the brakes and rammed Prosper's car twice, crippling it. Trooper Riley finally shut it down with a pit, forcing the Silverado into the grass. Suspect reeked of booze, later testing at nearly twice the legal limit, with liquor bottles, weed, and pills stashed in the truck. He's now facing DUI, fleeing, assault on law enforcement, and drug charges, stacking up to 15 years or more in prison. On December 31st, 2023, Trooper Blake clocked a Dodge Charger flying down State Road 82 at nearly 90 in a 45. The driver, Edward Richard Ray Jr., a known street racer who had already outrun cops a few hours earlier, spotted the patrol car and instantly killed his headlights. And just like that, the chase was on. Ray pushed the Charger deep into 120 to 140 miles per hour, weaving through traffic, brake-checking the patrol car, and diving into the wrong lane with headlights off. Trooper Blake tried setting up a pit multiple times, But Ray dodged every attempt like he'd been doing this his whole life.
10-4, confirming safety check, reference signal for whiskey.
Yeah, 10-4, he's going 12 whiskey. There's decent traffic. We're making a left turn on. We'll give it 3 gauge. Actually, no, he spun out. Spun out.
The chase ended when the suspect lost control, and Trooper Blake delivered a clean pit that shoved the Charger into the median. Instead of giving up, Ray crawled into the back seat, hoping troopers would think he was never behind the wheel. Easily one of the dumbest escape attempts of the year. Inside the car, troopers found meth, pills, and other narcotics, ending his little performance instantly. With felony fleeing, drug possession, and reckless driving stacked on him, Ray is staring down up to 10 years in prison. On September 15, 2024, around 4:25 a.m., Trooper Kenneth Ray was patrolling Gandy Bridge in Pinellas County when he spotted a car speeding and swerving across lanes. He moved in to make a traffic stop, but the driver had no plans of pulling over.
We're about halfway down.
Near the bridge, Trooper Ray used a pit maneuver that slammed the car into the guardrail, sparks flying as metal scraped across concrete. Right after the crash, the passenger threw something out of the vehicle. Officers recovered it shortly after and confirmed it was drugs. The female driver and male passenger were both taken into custody. With drug charges and felony fleeing on the table, they're both now facing serious time behind bars. On June 19, 2024, troopers on Interstate 4 spotted a Toyota flying down the middle lane at over 100 miles per hour. When they tried to pull it over, the driver, Jeremy Alfonso Russell, acted like he was slowing down, then suddenly cut toward Interstate 275 and punched it. 3 passengers were inside, but Russell didn't care. The chase was on.
4 Bravo Mike, see my traffic? Have our live traffic, entering northbound 35, you might speed. Vehicle hit. Okay, units give out speed 51.
With traffic clearing, the trooper went for a pit, spinning the Toyota into the barrier. But somehow Russell kept it rolling and took off again.
Northbound, south 46. Taking exit 46 Bravo.
The trooper lined up another pit, and this time the car finally died where it landed. Everyone was pulled out at gunpoint. Russell had Molly in his sock, and the front passenger had cocaine and a scale. Both were taken to jail. Russell's now looking at 5 to 15 years, depending on how the fleeing and drug charges stack up. On September 24, 2023, deputies in Hillsborough County spotted a stolen SUV rolling down Interstate 75, and behind the wheel wasn't some hardened criminal. It was a 15-year-old with his 14-year-old friend riding shotgun. The second they saw patrol lights, the baby-faced driver punched it, and the chase was on. And honestly, watching kids run from cops at this age is wild. These two weren't just speeding. The teen driver was using the grass shoulder, cutting across lanes and trying to lose deputies on I-75 like it was a racing game. Traffic was heavy, deputies were stacking in behind them, and the kids just kept pushing. A trooper slid in and delivered a clean pit, spinning the stolen SUV sideways and boxing it in. No more gaming, just two terrified kids surrounded by cruisers. Deputies pulled them out and detained both without a fight. The 15-year-old now faces felonies, aggravated battery on an officer, grand theft auto, fleeing at high speed, charges that could lock him up well into adulthood. The 14-year-old was hit with grand theft auto. Multiple Michigan State Police units were already in hot pursuit after dispatch reported a road rage driver who ran another motorist off the road, and the victim straight up identified him as Eddie Simmons. Troopers located him, hit the lights, and Eddie answered by flooring it. Just like that, the chase was on.
He's good on the right, get on the right. Left.
Traffic speed approximately 50
Get on the right.
Eddie blasted through narrow Michigan streets at 105 miles per hour, weaving into oncoming lanes and ripping through heavy traffic. Troopers had no choice but to stay behind and shut him down before he hurt someone. Trooper Hainlane finally got the angle and hit Eddie with a brutal pit that sent the truck sliding off the road and slamming into a tree at high speed. And somehow Eddie still jumped out and tried to run. Troopers chased him down and cuffed him quick. Now he's facing a stack of felonies, 5 to 10 years easy if prosecutors go hard. On September 27, 2025, a trooper sitting on Highway 167 clocked a white Chevy Malibu flying south at 92 miles per hour. Moments later, he caught up. By then, the driver, Joseph Henderson, was pushing over 100 miles per hour, turning a routine radar hit into a high-speed pursuit that would end violently.
7 X-ray Norwood, 227 X-ray Norwood, possibly out of Michigan, I'm not sure. We're traveling 87 right now. I'm not 100% sure he's running yet. Okay, go ahead and call it pursuit. As soon as I get clear traffic, I'm gonna TV on.
Hot Springs, all you had 1063K dispatch, 1436.
The pit was brutal. The Malibu was totaled on impact, sliding off the road, smashing into a culvert, flipping side over side, and even bouncing off a telephone pole before landing on its side.
Get out! Well, running ain't gonna do any good. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Come over here. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Constitutional right. It's on video.
You're right. It's all on video. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. Hey, see if y'all can. You failed to stop.
I did not see you.
Henderson had to crawl out through the rear window, claiming he ran because he was scared of police. And yeah, Arkansas troopers are scary, but running from them is way scarier. He was tackled and arrested, and a bag of marijuana was found. He now faces felony fleeing, reckless driving, resisting arrest, possession, and more charges that can stack up to serious time.